Hey, record-loving friends, it's Brian from Tokyo Record Style. It is a gorgeous Saturday afternoon, and the sun is going down. There's a kid here who's really excited about the color of the next train coming down the Inokashira line. The Inokashira line has green trains, pink trains, blue trains, and if we're lucky, we just might get a rainbow train. And this kid is really excited for a rainbow train. And I'm going across Tokyo to a little pocket of the city where I'm gonna pick up a CD. You wanna come with me? Oh, it's gonna be a blue train. All right, it's not rainbow, but it's blue, woo! Rainbow to the Takato Zannen. Next one's the rainbow. The rainbow's the lucky one. Light blue wa tsugi wa kana? Tsugi wa nani iro kana? Should we wait for one more train and find out? Let's wait for one more and find out. Okay, here comes the next one. Oh, shiro iro. あ、そうですね。あ、よかった。白い色。Okay. 塗装が取れた。大変だよ。大変ですね。残念、アイボリーホワイトじゃない。ライトブルーが来た時、アイボリーホワイトだったらレインボーじゃなかったよ。レインボーじゃなかったけど。残念。次はレインボーかな。Next one's rainbow かな。ライトブルーが来た時、ライトブルー。Okay, next one's gonna be rainbow. See you. じゃあね. Let's go. I have arrived at the absolute craziest place, I think, in a 10-mile radius. This place is called Bookmart Toritsu-Kasei. It is on the Seibu line, and this is the bookstore where I came a few weeks ago, and it was closed. And from the outside, it looked absolutely bonkers, and just while it was closed with the shutters shut. But now that it's open, I can see it is a wild shop, and I just spoke with the owner and asked him if I could bring you in and show you around, and he said, go for it, don't mind, enjoy yourself. Really cool guy, Tencho-san is his nickname, and I can see that he's just got all kinds of madness. So the first thing you gotta do is check out the outside of this shop. It is what is this place? It's like a media Bonanza. It's really wild. He's got all his crazy characters up here. He specializes in t-shirts. He sells a lot of t-shirts. He's got these gacha machines, which has the, like, put a couple of coins in, you get out the little egg. He's got this cool pocket junk from Showa era, it looks like. Looks like 30, 40 years old. And some old UFO catchers. And he's got vintage magazines and vintage books and all kinds of cool metal and punk and off-the-wall subculture stuff. An interesting collection of music, books, media, and clothes. And wait till you see this place. It is wild. You can already tell. There's just so much going on. I don't even know where to start. I see right as I walk in, there's a guitar down here, there's a drum pad. I think you can like start your own band right on the streets. And as soon as you come in, it's 3 crazy aisles packed to the gills, all the way to the ceiling, of just madness all around. There are cool vintage superhero posters and stuff from China and weird clothes and mannequins and posters on the ceiling and crazy, gosh, it's endless. It really goes on. And I'm gonna give you a whole tour of the place, starting with the middle aisle right down here. So I see right here in the entrance, there's toys. There's this crazy lamp that's spinning from the ceiling that's lit up. And if you come right down the center aisle, there's some really cool graphic t-shirts from cool bands, and there's sort of like lot t-shirts. There's spoof t-shirts, some of them, and some of them are original Asian-only brands. I asked Tencho-san where his first touch of music and subculture, and he told me, it was a little bit hard to explain, but Yngwie Malmsteen is one of his favorite musicians, and there's a very kind of out there, avant-garde, heavy metal, punk kind of thing going on, guitar heavy. There's an Yngwie Malmsteen record right here, Trilogy. He's got records, he's got CDs, he's got books, he's got these crazy lamps, these psychedelic Buddha lamps, right below the deep purple t-shirts, like the Zoso images and Joker and all kinds of off-the-wall stuff. Look at these crazy characters. I have no idea what's going on here. There's one with like filled with, it kind of feels like a shrine almost. It's like a shrine to madness. He's got all the crazy toys that you might find in places like Akihabara or Nakano Broadway, but it's curated in a way that those places aren't, and it goes all the way down, and there's kitsch galore. There's little card games and toys from forever ago, and a Darth Vader pen that's still in the thing for 400 yen, lightsaber chopsticks, baseball, sports, old comic books, lots of books. It's a bookstore. And we're getting into the DVDs. Nothing is off limits on what he might sell in this shop. I think probably his friends are saying, hey, I got a cool old Star Wars Episode 1 bingo machine. Can I come here and sell it? He's got amazing old toys on the top here. Martian Spy Girl, that's from, what was that movie called? Mars Attacks. Manga, entire collections of probably some titles that you would know that I probably don't know. He's got cool can badges, toys coming out his ears. And there was a couple of CDs that I saw on Yahoo Auct. I wanted to pick them up, so I found them and I found out where this shop was, and so I came here and I scored them today. In fact, I found a couple extras that I'm really excited about picking up. He's got Bond, he's got some old Westerns, and all these sort of underground. I'm gonna put this on my list of places to come more frequently. Cool old Safubi toys. These might be some special vintage dinosaurs, and I'm sure you can find all kinds of collector things. Stickers, can badges, Misfits, and Batman, and Dawkins, and Ozzy, and all of these different, this kind of stuff that's sort of punk, metal, heavy duty, underground, thrashcore, Halloween-ish. And this is, I know Tencho-san, thank you so much for having me. Hontoni arigatou gozaimasu. He's had this shop for 15 years, and his specialty is t-shirts. He's printing these really cool t-shirts. This is Toritsu-Kasei's brand, and it looks like Metallica, but it's like a spoof on their name. And these are stations that are on the line, which have like the Nogata station and Namatacho station and Kamisagi, and he's kind of spoofed them all in old school metal Motorhead, you know, graphics. It's like a lot, not exactly off-brand goods, but it's like a tribute to all of these crazy things that you know. All these old straps and keychains and metal and accoutrements, and there's a Flying V Jackson guitar over here, and I see Chucky down here, and it's just all over the place. It's absolutely bonkers. Thank you so much for having us. I really appreciate it. We're gonna show you around a little bit more. Tencho-san gave me a little bit of a tour of the place, and I'm gonna share it with you here a little bit more. This place is absolutely crazy. Thank you so much for having us.
Hi.
Yeah. I know one of his favorite bands is this band that I just learned about. They're called Lethal Weapon, half from America, Ohio Shoe, and half from Japan. They're a two-piece, they're on hiatus right now. but they're on the outside. Yngwie Malmsteen, Steve Vai. Who else are some of your favorites?
Yeah.
Hokani. Who else is some of your favorites?
For example, Loudness.
Loudness and Japan X
Yeah.
and
EZO.
EZO. Oh yeah, EZO. I just discovered them. Really cool band. There's records down here, and you can see, you know, he's got Van Halen and Bowie and Rainbow and Tony Macapine and Gary Moore and X Japan and Queen, and there's Jason, and this is kind of fun. So Japan has these different eras and that coincide with the Emperor of Japan, and we just exited the Heisei era and we entered in the Reiwa era. Imo wa Reiwa Roku or Nana. We're in the 7th year of the new emperor. The previous emperor was the Heisei era, and the one that maybe we were born in was the Showa era.
Yeah.
And this year, 2025, happens to be 100 years of Showa. It's the 100-year anniversary. So he's made a Showa 100, and he's
100.
Showa 100 t-shirt, and he's got all the different sort of logos here. He's got the Taisho era and the Meiji era and the Edo era and the Kamakura and the Nara era, and there's a bunch of really cool graphics on here. Check this out. It's really fun. If you know your Japanese eras, you'll absolutely love this. It's quite fun. And so those are all his designs and his wife's original designs. And so t-shirts is one of the things that he does, but as you can see, there's a lot more to this. Kiss, AC/DC, belt buckles, old school video games, but there's more. There's actually just like, it just goes on and on. There's books about like novels that are from the samurai era, and I'm sure you could just probably find any different kinds of books and magazines here. Here's some old vintage guitar magazines, comic books, Music Life, there's Bowie, old vintage toys, and it's quite cheap, I think. I think the prices are pretty fair. And check this out. Look at this cute penguin thing with little things hanging off of it. It's just super psychedelic, and another little cat one with like all blinged out. And he's got like propaganda posters from, you know, Mao, and it's pretty nuts. So there's records here, and I'm gonna go through them and have a look at what they are, but, right? Lots of Yngwie Malmsteen. He comes out, I don't know who this is. Ultraman up here, some crazy dolls. He's got the Akira poster. Looks like an original giant Akira poster on the ceiling. And heaps of old magazines and comic books, and oh my God, what could possibly be in here? I'm not even sure. It goes on and on and on. This place is crazy. So I think it's a fairly well-known place. I think there's some famous people that come here from time to time, and it's beloved amongst those who know it. I see some guitar amplifiers and some karaoke microphones and some jack-o'-lanterns and a coffee machine. And I even saw like a hair iron and old vintage typewriter and jumper cables, and good Lord, I don't know what else. But I found this really cool brand he's got called Minute Mirth. This is a brand from Asia, he told me. I don't know too well about it. In fact, I've never seen it before, but it looks really cool. It's like a vintage sort of metal pika. It's got this shiny gold on it, and it seems like every design is quite cool. There's another, I really like this green one. It's got these like little shiny bits on them, and there's like these really cool motifs with like monsters and Godzilla, and it's called Minute Mirth. Really cool brand, right? It's like all mixed up, Japanese and English, and vintage limited edition. I'm kind of tempted to take one of these home. I really like these. That brown one with the skull on it, they've got kind of like a little bit of a dead thing going on, and I'm really digging those. And he's got, you know, Disney stuff, and you know, maybe the classic mangas that you might know from the 90s or even the 80s and 70s. I think he's probably got a bunch of rock and roll t-shirts. I see Def Leppard and Judas Priest. And over here I saw this kind of crazy Hawaiian style t-shirts, but they've got things like comic book characters and just crazy like tattoo motifs. And I see a shark eating somebody's leg, and it's just freaking wild. Oh my God, it's just absolutely crazy. He's got a 50% sale going on. And yeah, maybe these are like Hanafuda, sort of old cards from forever ago. He's got all the Ultraman. These are old trading cards, old cards that they must have collected in the 50s. Check those out. Those look really cool. All kinds of craziness. I don't even know. He's got some, I feel like if you needed to like ward off some bad spirits or maybe bring in a new baby to your house, you'd take one of these home and put it on your bedside table. It just goes on and on. He's got some, some punk gear. And then back here is the 18 and older also area where he's got a little sexy area. And I have to be careful of what I show you because I'm not sure that I want all of that on YouTube. But there's a little sexy area back here. And there's Sumiko Gurashi characters. And I don't even know what's going on. All these old books from like, I see these in the libraries. That's cool. Like a sort of, what's that called? What is that called? I'm forgetting what that's called. We've got Beavis and Butthead characters still in the wrap here. WWF superstars. The Vader. I mean, some of you wrestling guys will know this. Old Famicons and really, really cool. I had no idea that when I was going to come here, this is what I was going to find. I am going to dig through the records, of which there are many. I'm really excited to see what I can find. And I noticed that the prices are kind of in that Goldilocks zone price range where we're far enough from the city center for them to be pretty reasonable, but we're close enough for there still to be really good stuff. So there you go. Bookmart Toritsu-Kasei. Kasei Toritsu. Toritsu-Kasei. This is a really cool shop to know about. The station is Toritsu-Kasei on the Seibu Shinjuku-sen.
Yeah.
And I just want to say a very big thank you to Tencho-san, Kawamura-san. Thank you so much for having us. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I can introduce Toritsu-Kasei's cats.
This is Toritsu-Kasei's cat. Okay, we love this green color.
Yeah, it's a stray cats.
Stray cats.
It's my customer's cats.
Oh, okay, there's lots of cats. I'm seeing cats everywhere. So there's like laser cats.
Like a Manu.
Very cool. Kings of Cat. Munchkin. Okay.
No, not Manu.
Got it. Kasei 43. Yeah, really cool, man. So, and he's got, this is probably some famous character designer.
Yeah.
Some artist. He's got his signature and vintage. This must be something special. And these are the special cards of special people that have visited the shop. I see a big list of backstage passes here for cool bands, and wow. Tencho-san, this is a cool shop. Hontoni arigatou gozaimasu. I really appreciate it. Super cool. You guys know about this place. I'll leave the links in the show notes. And when you're in Tokyo, come and check this place out. I think if you can appreciate some underground subculture stuff and you want to get away from Akihabara and Nakano Broadway and you want to find the real deal, the real underground score, this is the place to come, Janai. I think so. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go enjoy some shopping around myself. So thank you everybody for coming and enjoying another little trip around Tokyo with me and coming to Bookmart at Toritsu-Kasei, a crazy, crazy cool facet of Tokyo. Another little gemstone hidden here right in the rough of the Shotengai. Thanks again, and until next time, I'll see you at the bookstore. Bye.